Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are taking a look at a new watch from EGARD, one of the first watches that Jan, the owner of EGARD, actually produced back in the day. This is their new V2 Shade, which is an automatic kind of dressy watch, and it's actually pretty cool. It definitely doesn't look like anything else out there on the market. Comes in this nice EGARD box, and let's see what's inside. Voila, and there's the watch, as you can see, with some warranty paperwork there. Obviously this is more of a dressy kind of watch. And it looks pretty cool. It has a really nice aesthetic with those Roman numerals and that nice light blue, baby blue color. So you can see there's an open heart over there above the 6 o'clock position. So yeah, look at that little deployment band there. Let's get it out and let's see what it's about. And there it is in the flesh. This is the EGARD Shade V2, the newer model. It's an automatic watch, as you can see here. This one priced at about $260 from EGARD. I will drop a link to their website down in the description below. They have a lot of interesting watches that don't look like other watches, meaning basically they don't really sell like homage watches or imitation stuff. They kind of have their own style and their own unique designs, which is pretty interesting. Jan seems like quite an interesting guy with a lot of artistic capability, considering the watches he puts out are pretty interesting. Anyway, this watch is housed in a solid 316L stainless steel case. It's pretty much polished all around, making kind of a little blingy there, which is pretty cool. Look at that EGARD signed onto the case there, engraved, not too bad. So 43 millimeters in terms of case diameter. We have 50 meters of water resistance, so this is not something to really submerge in the water. We do have a pair of 22 millimeter lugs here. Interesting lugs if you look at that, right? Interesting. They come in and they point downwards, which is pretty cool. Pull and push crown, which is signed. Getting a closer look on the dial here, you can see we have those nice kind of semi-skeletonized baby blue hands with a baby blue at 12 and 2. And you can see the heart of the movement, which is the Miyota Automatic 8N24, which has 21 joules, has a 42-hour power reserve, beats at 3 hertz. No hacking on this movement, but there is hand winding. EGARD is printed there. We have applied Romans on the top portion of the dial, then applied hour markers going around over here, which are polished in a silver color. So quite interesting. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool and pretty classy. More of like a dressy style, or casual dressy, I'd say. But it's definitely a good look. The band is genuine leather. We also do get an exhibition case back. I'll show you in a little bit. So the band is genuine leather. As you can see, we get 2 safety keepers. Oh, look at that. You get a nice little 2 buttons here. And it comes on a nice little butterfly. Clamp that down. And it is signed with the EGARD logo. 2 buttons, not too bad there. I'm going to go ahead and release this. Let's take a look at the case back. If I didn't mention, I forgot. We'll get into the movement after we look at it through the case back, but this does have a genuine sapphire crystal, which is also very nice for the price point of $260. And taking a closer look at the 8N24, it's a bit of a more interesting movement, I'd say. We get a hollowed out rotor there, screw down case back. Yeah, not too bad there. There's the rotor. There is the balance wheel going off on the right. EGARD Automatic Sapphire Crystal, 5 ATMs, genuine leather, EGARD there. And on the side of the watch, as you can see here, EGARD is engraved into the side of the watch. Kind of like 2 steps here, as you can see here, 1 and then 2 on this bezel here, which is pretty interesting as well. But yeah, the other side is pretty much highly polished, that 2-step bezel, pretty cool. So the movement itself, you get you can give it some juice here by winding it by hand. It's already going, as you can see. Just 1 position. Very nice, very easy to use crown, I should say. And you can set the time here. Push it back down, and that's about it. There's really no lume on this watch. This is more of a dress watch, guys, so there's not going to be much lume on here. But yeah, the crown is really nicely sized. Definitely fits along with those lugs. A good fit. Everything really looks well put together. I do appreciate that. And you can see that open heart over here. Get you in a little closer. There she is. And that's pretty cool, right? Alright, let's start on my 6.5 inch wrist. I want to see how this bad boy does fit on my wrist. And yeah, let's take a look. There she sits on my 6.5 inch wrist. Really fits perfectly across. As you can see there, those lugs really dip downward and help it wear really nice and comfortable on the wrist. The band straight out of the box is comfortable. I would say that. You're not really gonna have to break it in, which is nice. And the buckle itself is pretty thin, as you can see there, so it doesn't really kind of, scratch your wrist or anything like that. But yeah, it rides really nice on the wrist. Definitely a really nice look. Looks way more expensive than it actually costs, in my opinion. If you look at that dial, there are a couple different layers there. You can see that in the center portion. where it's kind of over top right here, as you can see, kind of this thing that goes up and down, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like a multi-layered dial. Then you have the Romans applied on top of that. So a lot of interesting stuff going on this watch right here. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the EGARD Shade V2, which I think is a pretty cool looking watch. I really enjoy this design. Kind of gives me like some expensive Breguet vibes in a way. I don't know. But yeah, I really like the actual function of the crown. It's very easy to use. I like that he put a larger crown on this watch. Does suit the case and the overall shape of the case. I think he did a good job on that. I do like that color blue. It definitely goes well with the black dial. What you can see here is horizontal lines in the center portion going up and down, which is really, really cool. So a lot going on in this watch. Everything is pretty much in place. I don't see any quality control issues on the actual finishing of the case or the movement. There's no issues with the movement. It's running fine within spec. And yeah, we get a sapphire crystal, 8N24 Miyota automatic caliber, decent case finishing, very usable strap and clasp. So I don't think it's a bad deal. There's always some discount codes on his website, like -15 or 20% off. If you sign up for his newsletter, I will drop a link in the description below so you can check them out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below of this new EGARD Shade V2. I think there's a couple different colors as well. So let me know what you guys think. We'll talk more down in the comment section below. Hope to see you guys real soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.